Oh, hello everybody. It is 90 degrees outside. I'm inside nice and cool, feeling summertime fine, drinking my wine. Actually, it's just grapefruit juice, but I'm pretending today. Summer's not over, I still gotta maintain this beach vibe. That's what you wanna call it. So, today, my story time is a very valuable lesson we all should know. Take your pen, paper, take notes, because you need to know this. Do not judge anyone, because you never know who is what, who is who, what is who, whatever. You don't know. So, I have a friend named Jay. Let's call him Jay to keep him anonymous. I talked to him, I haven't talked to him in a while, and we were just catching up. And apparently, he's doing a lot better than when I knew him years ago. He lives in Georgia and was telling me about a date that he went on. Y'all are gonna trip at this date that he was telling me he went on, okay? He went on a date. He's been flirting with this girl. Let's call her Francesca. Francesca was an attorney, and she's doing big things. So she always, looks nice, beautiful. She's a baddie, okay? They always seem to see each other throughout the week at the same time. She's coming from the gym. He's, I guess, getting gas at the gas station. So I guess she comes in to play her scratch off, and they've been flirting for a year now. He kind of flirted with her, but didn't really get serious until around his birthday. He got a little extra courage and decided to just go in for it and say, hey, girl, give me your number. Just like that. He said, all right, girl, quit playing. Give me your number. Whatever. He was flirting. She was like, okay, I thought you'd never ask. So, because she's a lawyer, her schedule is very, very busy. So they talked on the phone, I think, like once. They planned to set a date for next week. She said, oh, the only free time that I have is next Wednesday. So he was like, all right, cool. They go out. They meet at a pub. She comes to the date with a nice little Louis Vuitton shoes, coming looking like that money, okay? Looking like the money. She had he could remember what kind of bag it was, but he said she had a nice bag, nice Louis Vuitton shoes, looking beautiful, looking gorgeous, looking like, okay, she can get it tonight, today, after the date, basically. But he came in with a basic polo shirt, some Nikes, on some chill stuff, He had his little, Yukon or whatever. I think she had like a little BMW or something, and coming in looking fly. He had just like, some basic stuff on. He's not flashy, all right? And he don't have to be. Francesca decides to tell him, my boy Jay, about herself. Like, listen, I have an 800 credit score. I have $50,000 in savings. I make $160,000 a year. I don't want to waste your time. I don't want you to waste mine. I'm looking for something that's real, because I don't want nobody eating out of my pocket, because I'm making some damn good money, and I'm just making sure that you know where I'm coming from before we go any further, Wrong move. Jay was not the one. He said the appetizers had just gotten to the table. They didn't even get their meals. He said her tone was nasty. He would have let that go and let that slide. But the fact that her tone was nasty, it was belittling, it disrespected him, and you know how men feel about respect, being disrespected. He felt disrespected. So he said, well, let me tell you something, Linda. Y'all know that's my favorite YouTube. But he said, let me tell you something. He pulls out his phone, right? And he said, look, let me show you this bank account statement. This is what I got. So he begins to whip out his bank account statements. Talk about I ain't got no money. Goes to another bank. Let me show you another bank account statement. This is what I got in my bank. goes to another bank account. He went through 5, not 1, not 2, not 3, but 5 bank account statements to show her how much money he had in his bank. He's like, you think I want you for your $50,000? You know, like I don't have $50,000 in savings. Are you crazy? Do you know who I am? And he said he got nasty with her. And he wouldn't have did that, but her tone was so nasty. So he said, excuse me, you think I only make $67,000 a year? You think I don't have nothing in my savings? Do you think that because I'm dressed in a basic polo shirt, you with some red bottoms that I don't have nothing to my name? What am I supposed to wear, some red bottoms too? So Francesca is looking like, what? Piggyback to when she had saw him for the first time, or first couple of times. So she had one time saw he had on his car dealership outfit. But even then, the man was making $200,000 a year, okay? So she thought that he worked for the car dealership. She thought that he worked for the car dealership and that he only make a little bit of money, didn't really know what, you know, he made, and just judged him based on, you know, he has a little logo of the car dealership he worked on. So that day that he had talked to her, he had on regular clothes, you know? So she had in mind when she was telling him about her that he ain't have nothing. So don't be digging in my wallet. Get your hands out my wallet, okay? He said, you have to get up and go to work for somebody. I get up when I feel like it. You make $160,000. If you had your own firm, maybe you could have tripled that by now. I don't have to answer to nobody. I have my own money. I don't need yours or any other woman's money. What you talking about? I ain't got no money. Somebody digging in your wallet. I don't need to dig in nobody's wallet. Look at all these bank accounts I got. So you guys, my friend was a millionaire. This lady did not know that, okay? So she tried to play him like he didn't have anything. He's talking about, what you got? Ain't got no, what you talking about? Ain't got no money. What you talking about? You know how they say that in Atlanta? What you talking about? Ain't got no money. She starts crying at the dinner table like, he felt bad because she started crying. He was talking to her like she's a little girl because that's the way that he felt she came at him for judging him based on his appearance, for his shirt that he wore, his outfit from the car dealership, because he wasn't dressed to the nines and all flashy and all flamboyant. So he made more money than her, and she was dressed to the nines. He was dressed casual, went to some regular pub, and I guess she said, oh, well, we're at a pub. Oh, this is probably all he can afford. Oh, I don't know. Apparently the woman had some dating issues, and she had to find people who was on her level and unequal to. So she was tired. She gave him the disclaimer that, listen, this is what I'm about. This is what I want. This is what I do. And he took that disclaimer, postmarked it, and put return to sender. Beep. Like, his bank account was like, listen, let me tell you about me. You must don't know about me. So, a lot of people who don't know who's not millionaires watching my channel, I'm not one yet. Go! Be there in a little while. Hey millionaires, what's up? Those who watching my channel. Okay, anyway. To be federally insured by the FDIC, you can have up to $250,000 in your bank account. He had 5 bank accounts. When he could put it all in one bank account, that's fine, but he wouldn't be federally insured by that. And I'm not going to go into a finance lesson because that's not what the moral of the story is. Y'all can go find out what FDIC and federally insured means. You know, I'm learning, because when I get my millions, I have to know how I'm going to handle my money. All right? Francesca is a lawyer with no kids. She's 43, in shape, bad, okay? And she could probably have any guy she wants to. But her attitude is very nasty. Her attitude was judgmental.
You can't trust no woman like that.
And it ruined the whole tone of the date. He said, this is how a guy looks. Now he's saying he looks at her like a trick. Like, I don't even want you no more. He felt bad when she was crying. You know, he said, hey, call me when you get home and everything. They finished the date, they ate the food or whatever. But he knew Francesca was cut because Francesca opened her mouth and said the wrong words out her mouth. She begins to call him every week, checking on him, trying to get a second, third chance. She's chasing him now. He's cool because Francesca judged him. And he was one of the guys that was actually about something. He was about that life. He's a baller, you know? And she missed her opportunity because she judged him without even knowing him well. They hadn't had many conversations on the phone leading up to the date from the time when they saw each other at the parking lot. He got her number and they scheduled it. But the moral of the story is, don't judge anyone because you just never know who is going to be the one. All right? I'm sitting in the black chair and I'm sitting in the white chair. I don't know which one to choose, but I'm going to sit in the middle because I'm not going to judge. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but the moral of the story I just told you was, don't judge nobody. Francesca got played. She thought he made $60,000, $70,000. He said, no, I don't. You think I only got $50,000 in savings? Please. This is only my bank accounts. You ain't even see how much I got in my savings. You don't even see how much I got in my 401k. What you talking about? Willis? Okay? Like Jay. You know, and I was like so proud of him. I was so proud of him that he, you know, made this come up because when I know him, I know he was tired. He put in them hours. He worked hard, didn't get no sleep. Went to bed late, got up early, always at work, had no life. He quit his job last year of December 31st of last year. What does he do? He does trucking. And he has a lot of trucks. He has a fleet of trucks. So I was like, wow, that is impressive, you know? And it's funny because he actually called me by accident. You know, it was an accidental call. And then we just started talking like, oh, hey, you know, how you doing? How you doing? What's been up with you? Let me catch up. Oh, okay, you know. And I was like, wow, I was listening to his story. I was like, I didn't even know you can make that much money. So he said even $1 million isn't nothing these days. But the moral of the story is, people, don't judge anybody. You just never know. You never know what somebody has, what they about. You never know who has a trust fund. You never know who just hit the lottery. You just don't know. You can't judge people, period. Because Francesca, she's alone again. Because she judged Jay. And Jay is out doing his thing. God bless him, you know. So I hope you learned a valuable lesson from that. Life is a box of chocolate. Jay was all chocolate and Francesca was the nut. That's all I wanted to share with you is that story time. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, Miss Tips Dance. Like this video, share with a friend, and let me get back to enjoying my imaginary wine. Grapefruit wine. Let me get back to my day. Enjoying this summer weather. And I guess I will talk to you later. Au revoir. Don't judge.